Hello, my wonderful Adobe Illustrator friends. I am back today with a new tutorial, and this should be pretty quick, but I think it will be extremely useful. Before we dive into it, I just want to say that check the description box below to find out how to sign up for my Adobe Illustrator Beginners course, and to also find links to additional resources for learning Adobe Illustrator, because I cannot possibly cover all the things in these free tutorials. So I do have additional resources below if you are interested. And now let's dive in. I'm going to show you today how to quickly and easily remove a background from an image placed in Illustrator. So when I say placed, I mean a photograph or a raster image, which, if you're familiar with Photoshop, is a completely different course of action. So if you are trying to get the most out of Illustrator without having to use Photoshop, this is going to be extremely helpful. So first, you know what? Let's start at the beginning. I'm gonna show you right from the start. We're going to place our image that we want to remove the background from. So we're going to go to File, Place, and select our image. And then we're going to click and drag so it fills up the artboard. And we're going to zoom in here, and then we are going to go to our tool palette and select the pen tool over here on the left. And we are going to start by tracing the image with the pen tool. And I purposely chose this image because I figured it would be quick and easy for me to trace so that I don't keep my busy creative friends here too long. Here we go. Just tracing. Almost done, and I'm done. And I don't need the fill or the stroke, so I'll go over to my tool palette and remove both of those. But you can just see I have a nice outline around the object that I want to keep and not the background. So we are going to use our open arrow tool so that we have this whole path selected, and then you can hold the shift key down and select the background as well, or you can do a Control A and select both. And then we're going to go up to Object, down to Clipping Mask, and over to Make. And there you go. We just clipped out the object that we wanted and removed the background. And how simple was that? Now, if let's say that you wanted, I feel like I should show you also how to do multiple images. Let's see if I can quickly find an image of two vases. Okay, perfect. So let's bring in this new image. Don't mind all this extra stuff I'm doing. It's not part of the tutorial. Okay, so now let's say that you have two images or two separate objects in the same photo, and you start out the exact same way. We are going to trace using the pen tool on top of both objects. Forgive me, I'm not doing a perfect job for the sake of saving your time. Okay, so there's object number 1. Let's go over here to object number 2. And I hope you all are having a fabulous day or night or morning, wherever in your day you are finding this tutorial. I hope it's well. And now, okay, let me just this a little bit. So when you have 2 objects, there's just one extra step. You want to select the first object make sure you're on your open arrow selection tool at the very top. So you're going to select one object, you're going to hold the shift key down, and you're going to select the second object. So both of them, you can see the blue outline is around. That means both of them are selected. You're going to go up to Object. You're going to go down to Compound Path and choose Make. So basically what that does is it makes Illustrator read both of these objects, both of these paths as one. So you can click on either one of them and both of them are selected. So that is the very important step before we mask out the background. So once you have the compound path created, you can just click on either object because it's going to select both of them. Hold your shift key down and then click on your background image. So you have the objects and the background selected. Go up to your top menu bar and click on Object. Now this is where it picks up with the last tutorial. You're just going to go down to Clipping Mask and choose Make. And there you go. Now you have both of your objects without a background. Pretty freaking cool. So I am very grateful that you joined me today for this new tutorial in Adobe Illustrator, and I hope that these tutorials are helping you learn and save time and be more efficient, because I know Illustrator can be super overwhelming. So make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get updated with all the new tutorials. I do Illustrator, Photoshop, and I'm going to be starting some InDesign and Premiere tutorials as well. So stay subscribed so you can keep up to date with the newest and greatest tutorials.